Hello there, fellow adults. I call you adults because it should be a name you're used to getting called by now, hopefully, maybe. And if my calendar is correct, calendars aren't on wrists, it's the first half of April, which means it's tax season. Again, if you're an adult. This year marked my first time doing my taxes all by myself. So I thought I'd offer you guys a couple tips of things I learned along the way. Stack, stack, stack. Tip number 1 is calm the down. Taxes are really not scary. You hear people talk about them a lot and they seem scary. Taxes are actually much more talk and very little walk. Much like the word adult. You can do taxes in your own home, in your pajamas, in the comfort of your bed. Case in point. You honestly just get your W-2s, you type in some numbers, you just don't lie about shit and you won't get audited. Happy days! And if anything else, you learn how much money you made. That's cool, unless it's not a lot, in which case that's less taxes. So great. Dependent adults are still adults in my book and in Uncle Sam's book. Mazel tov. Step 2 is to keep track of your W-2s. Sounds easy enough, but we get our W-2s in the mail sometime before January 31st, and we usually probably don't start our taxes, if you're like me, until sometime in right now. That gives a whole 60 days in which your W-2s can just go I don't know where. So what I use to keep everything in track is my folders. Do you remember folders? They're what we used in elementary school to keep everything together. Back when the word digital was only referring to a clock or something you did with your fingers. By the way, this is literally from my elementary school days. Do you remember this, Brittany? Because I definitely do. Step number 3 is get a reliable program. I chose TurboTax because that's what my dad picked. Hopefully whatever program you use, they'll have some sort of option that will walk you through every single step. If you have a novice level of data entry, there's really no way you can go wrong. Almost no way, because this is America after all. Worst case scenario brings me to step 4, which is if you do hit a little pickle, ask someone who knows a lot about doing taxes, like an accountant or your dad. Step number 5, there's an option on here that says review. That means they actually look at your taxes to see if anything already looks fishy, and they calculate your chances of getting audited. They color code whether or not you're at a high risk of getting audited. I mean, come on, America. And finally, step 6, after everything is done and reviewed, you get to a beautiful filing page. Look at this lady. Look how happy she is that she's helping me out. An extra step, we'll call this an extra credit step, because I don't have a number for it, is you can input things you want to write off on your taxes. And this includes a long list of things. Really look up everything that you can write off, because you never know. Mileage when you're driving around for work, write off. Donations to charitable causes, write off. Children, write off. Puppies, write off. I don't really know if puppies are a write off. If you're a supermodel and you go to Sephora and you buy your fancy, smancy Makeup Forever Too Faced foundation thing, you save that receipt and you get a write-off, hun, because you're using that to bring home the bacon. And being a supermodel, you usually can't eat bacon, so you just take that to the bank. Save your receipts, people. It's difficult and it's hard to keep track of everything, but again, folders. And you're done. You filed your taxes. You did it. You're officially an adult. That's all there is to being an adult. You think there's more, but really that's it. You know what adult stands for, right? It's an acronym. And it means, damn, you lame taxes. That's it. Taxes is the only thing you need to overcome to be a decent American adult. I don't know about other countries.